Hey guys, I hope that everyone's doing all right. I'm sorry if you guys hear my noise. I forgot to put my microphone. I'm always apologizing, aren't I? um, so before my husband comes home, really quickly, I just wanted to come on here and there we go. I wanted to come on here really quickly and talk about children. The reason why I am making this video entitled "Who is Parenting Who?" Is because, guys, the children of this day, and I'm not excluding my own, this message is just as much for me as it is for anyone that needs it. Because I'm preaching to the choir, y'all. Children really believe, sorry that it's raining outside, but children really believe that they are so entitled nowadays. And me having almost 4 teenagers, I have 3 of them right now. It's been tough. It's been tough. They definitely want to tell you that they shouldn't be doing certain things. My biggest thing, and this is the biggest thing that my husband gets on my case about, and that is me apologizing to my children when me apologizing to my children when I hurt their feelings because I didn't do what they wanted me to do, or I didn't exactly say what they wanted me to say. And it makes me feel bad, and it makes me say, oh, you know what, I'm sorry, I apologize to you. My husband's like, why do you do that? You're just parenting. You're just telling them and disciplining them, just as the Bible even said that God does to his children, because he loves them. So you love your children when you discipline them. You're not doing anything wrong by parenting them. I know society says, oh, you should buy your children the latest iPhone 15 or whatever number they're on now, the latest Jordans, the most high dollar Nike sweater, because everyone else is doing it. Your children, of course, want what everyone else is doing, what everyone else has, because they think that makes them feel accepted or cool or whatever. But we need to be teaching them the word, and to be set apart and to stand apart, and to know that your value is not any less if you don't have the latest fashion or the latest iPhone or the latest whatever it might be, And then what harm is it to tell your children to go in there and do the dishes or to vacuum or to do some kind of chores? They live there just as much as you do. And 9 times out of 10, after they're done with their homework, they're just sitting on the couch doing nothing. So what is wrong with you as a parent telling them to go in there and do the dishes? Yes, they're going to get an attitude, but you check that too. You tell them, hey, we don't have attitudes in this household. If your mother or your father tells you to do something, that is what you do. You don't hold an attitude. Now, I'm not saying that you need to totally discourage your children all the time and put them down for every little thing that they do. But you're not wrong in telling them to do chores. You're not wrong in telling them no to something that that either A, you can't afford, or B, you don't feel like they need, or that it's a necessity. A lot of our children, my children wanted recently some Crocs, and yes, I did break down and get them some Crocs, but it set me back, for those Crocs. Crocs are not cheap, Nike slides, they're not cheap. And I know I didn't get these things when I was growing up. How about you guys? Did you guys get every little thing you wanted? No, you made do with what your parents could provide for you at the time. We had to do chores. A lot of times we had to do chores before we even could do homework, and we were expected to do our homework too, but we were expected to get all of our chores done. I knew what we were eating for dinner every week because my mom cooked the same things. It wasn't chicken one night and steak another night and ribs another night and pork chops another, like nowadays we're expected to cook something different every night, but that's not the way that it was when we were growing up, and that's not how I teach my children. We eat leftovers. I make enough food, which I'm actually meal prepping right now, enough for a few days. I work, full time almost. I'm a full-time mother, full-time wife, full-time housekeeper, or taking care of my household. And so if I were to give in to every little whim that my children would want, I would have nothing. I would have no time for me. I would be nothing. I would be health-wise suffering and everything. So we need to take back our parenthood, and we need to put these children in their place, and they need to be helping out with the household chores, everything. If you have girls or boys, I taught my boys and my girls how to cook, because they need to know that. That's a basic life skill that they need to know. They need to know how to do their laundry. They need to know how to scrub a bathtub and a toilet, you know. Kids nowadays, they live like queens and kings, and it's crazy to me. It's astonishing to me how we're supposed to cater to our children's every whim. And I'm telling you guys, discipline your children. Discipline them because you love them. Discipline them because you care for them. Discipline them because you want them to turn out to be something. Don't discourage them and put them down at every moment that you can. Of course, praise them when praise is needed. Encourage them, uplift them, but don't allow them to run over you and make you go buy the latest iPhone because everyone has it. None of my children have phones apart from my oldest son because he bought his own. I told them the minute that you can go buy your own phone and pay for your own plan, that's exactly what it's going to be. And that's exactly what he did. He bought his own phone and pays for his own plan, and he has his own job. And that's just the way that I did it. I don't believe in my children carrying around a phone just to be cool. There's a lot of bad things on iPhone. I mean, not iPhones, but in phones in general. The kids are getting into the social media. I'm not able to monitor that at every moment. My children get devices and things like that on the weekends, and it's monitored. You best believe that I get into their devices every weekend to make sure that they're doing the right thing. You've got to be in their business. You've got to. You can't take the chance nowadays. You can't take the chance with the craziness that's going on all of these different apps and things. You cannot take the chance because that one time your child says, I'm going to go ahead and meet this so-and-so, you won't see them ever again. You know, you just have so many different things going on. And us as parents, we need to remain aware, and we need to be in our children's business. I know you guys have heard of fentanyl. That's a big thing going on in the schools, believe it or not. And in our children's age and stuff, they're starting to take drugs and it's got fentanyl in it. And then these parents are losing their children to fentanyl. You know, it literally stops your heart and stops your organs and kills you just like that. And you won't know until you get your autopsy what the cause of death was. We need to be aware of these things, you know. And so I'm just saying, you guys, grab a hold of those children, discipline them, keep them in check, make sure that you're parenting them, and make sure that you're telling them the right thing, and place God in their heart. Make sure that they are reading their Bible, they're praying, at least that they know to do these things. Because even the Bible says, teach a child in the way they should go and they won't depart from it. So that means they'll come back to it, even if they do fall victim into the world like we all have. And be prayerful over your children as well. Be prayerful over your children as well. I'm out of breath just saying that. But it's true, guys. It is so true. We need to take back our parenthood. We need to raise these men and young women to be good, godly, strong believers, you know, because I don't know what the world is going to. It's like the children are parenting us. We can't allow that to happen, you guys. We love them too much. We care about them too much for this to happen to our children. And so teach them the skills you know. Make sure that they're doing chores, discipline when needed, encourage when needed, of course, be their friend when needed, but be their parent. Be their parent. I love you guys. I hope you guys have a good day. Bye.